Hi everyone, good evening. It's 9 p.m. on a Tuesday, and for many people, it's been quite the hectic day as we get back into school. A lot of little ones gone back to elementary school and things like that, and then we have the bigger kids that have gone to university. So I am going to be monitoring the chat box. I believe the sound will be a lot better this time. We kind of worked out the kinks. Hi there. I do have our chat box coming up here. So that's great. Give me a sec. I'm just going to bring that here. And I think we're ready to go. Perfect. So I'm going to be monitoring the chat box if you have any questions. I had a topic today, and the reason for this topic is I would like to tell people about what I've noticed in my practice and the weird things that I see that aren't weird. And I think the reason I want to bring this to the attention is people who come to me in times of, I'm going to say desperation. They have nowhere to turn. They're so confused. They don't even know if they're making sense, or you're going to think I'm crazy. I hear this all the time. When in fact, they're not crazy. When in fact, I hear it all the time. And for them, they feel like, wow, someone understands me. There are many different ways that the human, us, can be interfered with. One, we are a physical body. That's what we see ourselves as a physical body, right? But we have an energy system. Now, this energy system is there, whether we believe it or not believe it, whether we understand it or don't understand it. But let's put it in simple form. So you meet someone for a very first time, and when you meet them, you really like them. And you want to just like be close. You want to be in their energy field. Why do you think that is? It's because they have a really nice energy. They have this like robust, bright light, or sometimes it's purple. If you can see auras, they might be light or green, things like that. But they have a really nice energy field that's very welcoming. Sometimes we meet people and we just want to pull away. Actually run away in some cases. Why is that? Well, their energy field, their aura is very dark, dense, and even can be very contracted close to their body. We're all very different. So we already are sensing people's energy, even though we don't understand energy fields. Another everyday thing that we do is, hey, you know what? You're glowing, or I love your energy. So we're already noticing it. We're saying to people, we like your energy. Or someone might say, hey, I'm feeling high. I'm high vibing today. I feel like great vibration today. Why would they say that if they're not understanding energy fields? Or another one, oh, thank goodness we left that house. That was creepy. So we already sense energy. It's just people don't even know they're sensing energy because really it's just a part of what we do. We're human. We're physical, but we're also energy. We have energy fields and all that. And I'm not saying, hey, let's get into this today. Let's understand it. I just want to bring it to your attention that having an energy field isn't weird. It's just who we are. So when the questions come up and say, I feel like something's in my field, or I feel like something's bothering me, or I'm hearing voices or things like that, is that weird? Not necessarily. Is that something to be embarrassed about? Absolutely not. Are people embarrassed about it? Absolutely. So I'm going to kind of talk about that today. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box. But before we start, I want to thank you for joining today. Now, we've moved these calls from a Zoom platform where everyone had to register every time for the last 3 years to the YouTube Live. Why I love the YouTube Live is it's one link for everybody. If you miss the call, just jump in and watch the replay. So these will just be uploaded. It takes a lot of time and effort away from me. And it takes a lot of time and effort for people who want to watch these. The other neat thing is that, well, actually, I'm not going to say it's neat because I don't really like it, but I'm really getting used to it. With Zoom, I was able to have a little more interaction. I can see who's there, I can have little dialogues. In this, I am talking to you. But how can I connect to you on that end? We are live. I am looking at the chat box. So that is our form of communication. Sometimes I think it's good because if you have someone who's maybe on the wrong call and wants to add a little bit of confusion on the call, it can't happen now. Although will admit I've been blessed to have a great bunch of people. We've come together for many years to hold the light, to heal at a physical level, a mental level, and an emotional level. And we're all in this together. So as we create this healing today, not only are we going to create a healing for ourselves, but we're going to create a healing space for our family, our friends, anyone in our household, our pets. We will actually do a clearing in your home as well. And then you can always send special intentions to anybody that you might be concerned about. You don't have to state why you're concerned about them. We all have our concerns for people. So you can say, you know what, just I'm not talking to me. You can put it in the chat if you want to. It's good, but just know it might be live and people are seeing it. But you can just say, I have a special, intention for so-and-so in your head. And I'd like this energy that's created today to go to that individual. Like I said in many, many calls before, when we create this energy and it is sent out, we cannot force it on anyone. It is up to their higher selves to take this healing energy at what's best for them at this time. But we can make it available. So hello to people in the chat. I see you, and I'm just going to say hello once again. And we're going to start again where I kind of left off. So the part of this call is a talking part, and then we will move into the music and the meditation and energy healing part of the call. As we are getting ready for that, you may want to just allow feelings and emotions to arise. Sometimes these emotions can be uncomfortable. Sometimes they're old memories that are now surfacing. Sometimes it's something more recent that's really hurt your heart. Allow them to come to the surface for healing today. If you have a physical pain in your body and it starts to exaggerate during this at the beginning, just allow that. Breathe into it. Allow a deep breath and just imagine that deep breath going to that area that's hurting. I want to get back to what I was speaking about prior of what is bothering a lot of people out there, but they're just too embarrassed to talk about. Now, the neat thing is a lot of people are talking about mental illness, which is lovely. And I think the reason they don't want to talk to this next level of why am I feeling this way? Could it be an interference in my field? Is it's kind of off the beaten path. It's something that is associated with something that is not spoken about. There might be embarrassment about it. You might have told a friend, they say, oh, you shouldn't tell anyone that because if someone knows, they might think you're crazy. Well, if you ever want to chat about a problem you're having personally, feel free to give me a call. I have never heard anything too strange because I pretty much heard it all over the years. Now, I too could hear dark voices in my time. Some of us can actually hear dark voices in our head, the interference. Some of us, it's just so mixed up with everything else, they don't know where these thoughts are coming from. They just assume they're their own thoughts. So some people might complain that they have negative thoughts that never stop. Some people might say, hey, Brenda, what happened to my child? They used to be so outgoing and now they're withdrawn. They seem sad, depressed, scared. I don't know how to get through with them or how to get through to them. Sometimes it's ourselves. We were once really charismatic and over time we've lost that light of ours and we're starting to get a little more sad, a little bit more withdrawn, don't really want to hang out with people, don't really want to do anything, feeling lethargic, feeling like I have this voice in my head that just keeps telling me I'm awful and I'm not a good mom, or I'm not a good dad, or I'm not good at my work, or I'm not going to have work, or I'm always going to be alone, or my partner's going to leave me. So the voices in our head, and we can say they come from our duality. We all have light within us. We all have dark within us. It's a human thing. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Some of us have heavier karma. And again, nothing to be embarrassed about. Over the years, what I've learned is people with heavier karma seem to have the most important missions on planet Earth at this time. Now, how does that make any sense? The people who are here to hold the light for the planet during this ascension process we're moving in have the heaviest karma? I know, it doesn't quite make sense. I get that. But that is what I am seeing. So as you go through your healing journey, and as you start to really notice, hey, what voices are coming from divinity, that power within me, that part of me that's the light? And what part of those voices in my head that are telling me I'm not good enough, that what are coming from that darker side? Some people can call it the ego. Some people can call it the dark side, the light and the dark. Some people can hear it as different voices. I was always blessed to do that. I could hear the love and the greatness coming from this side, but anything dark would come talk to me this way. And I kind of knew, oh, if it's coming from this side, it's not so good. If it's coming from this side, it's great. But if you don't have that and you're just hearing negative thoughts, for instance, let's say you're sick and you've been sick for a very long time and you want to give up as you're sick. There's no hope. You're just feeling that there's no hope because you've tried this and you've tried that and you've tried this and nothing's working. Well, that voice, that darker voice, that duality, that ego might say, well, you're just going to be sick forever. So just, suck it up. Don't even bother trying for any more help. But in the end, if you really breathe, connect, you're going to realize that voice is false. Anything that tells you you must do something, or any voice in your head that tries to scare you, or any voice in your head that tries to tell you you're not good enough, that's all false. That is coming from the interference that plagues humanity. When you feel inspired, when you feel happy, when you feel joyful, when you feel excited about an idea, and you feel like I can do anything, I'm so magnificent, that is coming from that divinity within you. And sometimes it's playing with those thoughts, trying to understand, was that a positive thought? Was that something that was coming from maybe interference? And as you really start to sit quietly and reconnect with you, that's when you're going to start to notice the difference in those thought patterns. Where are they coming from? How did my body feel when that was being said? So that's how I learned. At first, it was actually, I was just something I was so used to, hearing two sets of voices in my head. What I realized is I was listening to my guides telling me you're this, all these great things. Then there was another part saying you're not good, you're never going to make it, you're awful, why would you ever become an energy healer? They're all going to think you're crazy. Those are the types of thoughts that are coming from that other side. Now, the duality of humanity is what it is. And the darkness has been on this planet for thousands of years. It is now coming to the surface. As it comes to the surface, it's an uncomfortable thing because we're looking at it. We're seeing it. We're watching it play out. Yet, this is a personal time to go within and make a choice. What do I choose in this lifetime? What do I want to be in this lifetime? Do I want to stay in fear, in worry, in shame, embarrassment, in that state where you feel like you're paralyzed and you can't move forward? Or do you want to take that courageous step and find that magnificence within you? And these types of calls are going to help peel away some of that resistance. I usually say it's a layer that comes up for healing. And as that layer peels away or dissolves away or transmutes away, whatever words you want to use, what it's doing is as it's pulling out of your system, You are now allowing more light in, and your magnificence starts to shine through. With energy work, the bottom line is we're not making you more magnificent than you are. You're already a magnificent being of light. What we're doing is pulling out the resistance, the belief patterns that are no longer serving you, the traumas, the bad experiences, the sadness, the stuff, the learnings, the belief systems that really don't serve you, that hold you back from being in your power. And as we slowly peel them away and your magnificence starts to shine through, first thing people notice is I'm so much calmer. I'm not being pulled into the drama. I'm not being triggered by people who usually trigger me. I can't explain it, Brenda. I just feel lighter and more at peace. There's a calmness. Once we start peeling away that resistance, you really start to allow that magnificent part of you to shine through. It also promotes lots of healing in the physical, emotional, and mental level. So it is quite a journey, and everyone's on their own journey. Your soul's really in charge of it. We can't speed it up too much, but you can always talk to your soul because it's yours. No one really knows you more than you know yourself. So as you have this call in your heart to get better, then you move forward to get better. Slowly but surely you'll make it. So you never want to give up on yourself. And another thing is, you do not want to compare your journey to somebody else's, because this is frustrating. I, for one, can say I've had a very long healing journey. And if I look at some of my clients, they come in a really bad state, have one session, and do a 180 change in their life. And I used to look at that and say, how did that person just go like that and feel better? Yet I've been pulling layer after layer, and I'm going through this stuff and through that stuff and figuring out myself. And a lot of people get frustrated like I do. I tend to collect light workers, people who are these old souls that are so wise, the ones with the heaviest karma, because they're here to shine the light on planet Earth. So if you're one of those people who are moving through your healing journey, just be patient with yourself, have tolerance, be compassionate, be patient. You'll get there. There is the end. There is that other side. Now, I don't believe my healing journey will ever end. I believe we can always get better. Our abilities can sharpen, we can learn, we can grow. But there is a time where you get to the other side and you're thinking, I never thought I'd get here. And you can just fall to your knees and say, wow, I'm here. I made it. I'm on the other side. And, sometimes you have those times where you just want to break down and say, oh, I did it. I made it. So I would love if you are noticing changes in your life for the positive. If you are noticing synchronicities where you might start seeing numbers, or one thing's leading to something else, which is leading to something else, all of a sudden you have something great. You think, I followed 15 different steps, crumb by crumb, and now I'm here. Or you've had a child that you've been worried about, and maybe through some affirmations, through some work, having them self-talk about how beautiful and powerful they are, that they've had a nice big switch and now they're more confident again, or they're back to who they are. So I love hearing these healing stories where people have broke through something and they're really moving forward, or that they found something to hang on to again. But if you are concerned, let's say about a child, they've gone back to school, you might be worried about their behavior, you know what? Give me a call. We can have a quick free consult, and we can just see if there's something there that we can do to help your child. The reason I say that is this week alone, I've had many calls of parents concerned about their children. And we've done a little energy clearing session. Yeah, it's about an hour. Kids have been involved in it. They seem to like it because it's done in a very loving way. And really all we're doing very gently with their higher self. The higher self is their soul is always in control. It's just releasing stuff, interference that shouldn't be in their field. So imagine your child or even your own field is a bit dark, dense, because you've gone somewhere and picked up people's anxiety and sadness and things, and you're remembering bad things that happened to you and all this. Your beautiful auric field is not as light and bright as it should be. And we have a session and we just kind of pull out whatever we can. You're now lighter and brighter and more connected to your authentic self, feeling like yourself again. Sometimes it can just be one session. There's no guarantee. I'm not really here trying to promote my sessions, because these sessions, these healing calls are pretty powerful. They're actually more done at a group level, but you're getting your own healing at your own with your own needs. I almost think of it like we're all in our own octahedrons of love, and when the beings of light come in, they're working on you. It's all independent. When we have a one-on-one session, we are going a bit deeper, as we're working with your spiritual DNA. So we're just going through a little bit more and pulling out a lot more other stuff, kind of. But these healing calls can do a big change. But if you're concerned about yourself, if you're hearing voices, you're not crazy by any means. There are so many people out there that hear outside voices and they're like, or in their head, and they're not sure why this negative thought won't go away. Like, they're about to meditate and something says don't meditate, or they make some itchy, or something's happening. Sometimes it's just some interference, but sometimes it's our own duality. So your ego, the duality within us, doesn't want you to be this magnificent being, because then it loses control over you. So it might give you, I don't know, thoughts that meditation might not be the best thing. Or perhaps you're going to come for a call like this and your kids start causing havoc, and now you can't do the call and you get more frustrated. Don't let that frustration happen. Just take a deep breath. Say, okay, I'm going to deal with my kids and jump on the call if I can. If I can't, I'm going to watch the replay on my own time. Do not let frustration, anger throw you out of alignment, especially when you're doing the work to be that best version of you. Because when you realize that your alignment, being centered, being patient, being calm, breathing deeply, there's so many things you can do for centering, grounding, affirmations. Affirmations are so important at this time, this new energy. When you say an affirmation out loud, start your day with a positive affirmation. When your kids wake up in the morning, all of you wake up and say, today is going to be a great day. Today, things are going to happen with ease and flow. Today is going to be fun. We're healthy. Things are moving easy. Our house is full of love, joy, harmony, and happiness. There are so many different affirmations you can say to start your day on the right foot. And you can create these affirmations on your own. You can easily go on the web and put positive morning affirmations. There are so many things out there that'll pop up. Then what you do is you just look through the list. What resonates with you? I like this one. Okay, then use it. But say it out loud, because you want your ears to hear it, and then you want it sent to the universe, and you want your mind and your spirit to kind of mix it together. And trust me, it becomes a very powerful practice. I wake up every morning. Actually, before I even get out of my bed, I'm already in affirmation mode. And I usually start with, today's going to be a benevolent day. That's my simple one. I've been saying that for the last 10 years. And that's the first one I generally wake up and say. Today is going to be a benevolent day. And I love that word. Because it's, and generally, I have really good days. And if something not so nice happens in the day, I'll look at it and say, I wonder why that happened. Today was kind of funny. So I'm home and I have a lot of things to do, and I need to leave the house to run an errand. And as I'm getting ready to run the errand, something just keeps stopping me. Something comes up, something else comes up, something else comes up. And then I get a call. I get a call from a client who's driven over an hour saying, hey, you know what? My appointment is next week. I don't know why I thought it was today, but I'm 2 minutes away from your house. Now, this person lives an hour away. I didn't know she was coming. And I laughed and I said, that's the reason I could not leave my house, because once I left my house, I would have been gone for 2 to 3 hours. And somehow I ended up staying around. So now I was looking back and saying, what was bothering me? Like, why were all these things coming up? I said, oh, simply, I'm gonna say it this way because it makes me feel better. The reason these things came up was because this client drove an hour, needed a session today, really needed it, and now I was home for that person. And my errands just got pushed out an hour after. Not a big deal. Because when I help someone, or I can go and be that light for someone, and when they're having a really tough time and they feel better because we connected, we had a co-creation of a healing. It's not me all doing the healing, we're co-creating a healing. That just made my day. It just brought love in my heart, and thinking, if I left the house and that person called, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't come back, I'm sorry. But anyway, so, sometimes we get thrown off our daily path. Sometimes plans change. But if you can kind of look at the beauty of it, why did this happen, and think of a positive spin to it. Because when you have the choice to look at an experience and say it was negative or it was positive or neutral. Now, there's a negative experience. Why look at it as a negative experience? Why give that negative energy to it? Why not just look at that? What did I learn from that negative experience? Why did it happen? You know what? That was not a negative experience. That was an experience for me to learn from. I am so blessed to have that experience. Okay, I got that experience. Thank you. I don't need it again. I understand it. Thank you. And you just changed something negative into a positive. And that is where your power lies. Your power lies in your perception. You are not a victim of this planet. You really aren't. I know it can seem that way, but if you step out of the victim mentality and say, I'm creating my reality, you become the victor of your reality. And that is where I would love to see all of you be. Let's be the victor. We can do this. One step at a time. One layer at a time. One sentence at a time. One action at a time. Everything you think about, anything you say, any action, it all goes towards your reality. So why not create the best thing? And another thing that came to me today, this is what happened. I've had a busy day, actually. So my daughter was home, and she did something, and she broke something. And really, it's just an item. It wasn't on purpose. It was, maybe not the best idea of what she did, right? Not a big deal. Anyway, I said, okay, it broke. You understand why, how it broke, and maybe you shouldn't have done that. And I said, okay, that's fine. Let's not do that again. It was a learning experience. Well, she looked at me, and a few minutes later, she said, Mom, would all moms say that? Or would they freak out because I just broke something and you're not that mad? I said, well, I can. I'm not going to, because I'm not like that. I can, if someone were to yell and scream over that, or if someone yells and screams over someone spilling spilled milk, what does that do? That just upsets the child because they made a mistake. Yeah, they're children. They make mistakes. We correct, we redirect, we teach, we learn. And that's kind of the way I see life, is we're here to help our kids, or even people around us, learn and grow from their mistakes. I'm not saying be a doormat with people in your lives, but when there's something that comes to you and there's an incident, all right, we're learning from it. Let's not do it again. Let's learn from it. Let's chat about it. Why'd you do it? Okay, we're not going to do it again. And there's no tears. There is this love of unconditional love there. This feeling that, you know what, I'm safe in my parents' space because I did something and they weren't angry. So then that opens up this beautiful relationship between people in your family where you can openly have conversations and be there for each other without the tension, without the anxiety, without the anger and the frustration. So before you connect with your family and you're coming home from work or whatever it is, take those deep breaths. Remember that connection of yours and really stay in the moment of present moment and awareness. And a circumstance or a situation that happens that can be easily just, okay, that's all right, let's let it go. And you learn from it and you continue in harmony and joy. Or it could have went the opposite way with somebody reacting badly, yelling, saying things that are hurtful, and then that just takes a whole different direction. So I'm not a victim of my reality. I'm not a victim of this planet. I choose to be conscious in what I say and what I do. Simple. It's practice. I've had a lot of practice. And anyone can do it. And that's where your life is your life. All right, everyone. I'm not sure where all that came from, but I hope it resonated at some point. Just know whatever you're going through, you're not alone. Reach out if you need to talk to me. If there's something big and you think, oh, nobody even knows about this, there is another side that I am aware of, that I work with, but I don't, make it public because of that. I'm here to hold the light for people. But if you're in a place where you think no one can hold the light for you, please contact me. Now we get to the fun part. And the fun part is playing the music, letting this love flow. And have you guys felt it? I was like just coming on with this intense heat a few minutes ago. And it's just feeling like it is ready to go. So we are ready to start the healing part of this call. I will talk through it. So I would like to make sure there is a good balance between the music and my voice. I am going to drink. So if you need water at this point, drink lots of water. I'm going to have some tea and water. And then we will begin. All right. Perfect. As I'm drinking, I'll get the music started. And if you can just let me know if there is a good balance. And I think we're set up correctly. I had a friend test this today to kind of get rid of the kinks. So this is the way I would be talking. If you feel the music is too loud, please let me know. And I will adjust either my mic or reduce the music. I'm going to be looking at the chat in a minute. There's supposed to be a nice balance, right? You want to be able to hear my voice, but at the same time hear the music lightly in the background. And I'm going to go back here to the chat and let's see. It sounds great. Oh, thank you. So it's a good balance. Perfect. Thank you, everyone. So if you were on my first live call last Tuesday, and the music, everything was a little bit, wacko. But what it is anytime you're starting something new, there's kinks in it. So I was on a call the other day, and the people I was presenting to had a problem at their end. And I just told them, thank goodness it's you guys with the problem, because I had my share of my own problem. So, perfect. All right, then. I'm going to drink a bit more and we're going to start. Okay, so for those of you who are new to this call, there's nothing you really need to do except relax. You can keep your eyes open. You can keep your eyes closed. You can lay down. You can sit down. Some people feel waves of coolness and heat, so you might want a blanket close by. You may feel thirsty, so have water close by. The neat thing is, everyone's going to experience this differently because we are releasing whatever is in our layer. For some of us, it is an emotional pain, maybe physical pain, maybe mental pain, worry, anxiety. It's a combination of everything. You don't have to know what you're releasing. You're going to leave that to your higher self. But you might know, you might not. So you can say a special intention to yourself or to your higher self, to whoever you believe in, and say, I am ready to receive the love of the universe. I'm ready to receive the love of God. Whatever you want to say, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And that love, it is intelligent, it is all-knowing, it is liquid love, is going to start to work on you in whatever form you need. In essence, what's happening is that dense energy, the traumas, the experiences that are no longer needed are going to leave your field. Don't worry, they take care of it, so don't worry where it goes. It leaves the earth plane. And you are going to be infused with this love that wants to work with every cell of your body to help it heal in whatever it needs. So this energy is going to stay with you for the next 3, 4, 5 days. Just keep asking for it to do whatever it needs to do. All right, here we go. I'll guide you through this. We'll start working on ourselves. Then we'll bring in that love to our homes, our families, our friends, our pets, and then we'll send it out to this beautiful earth and beyond. Here we go. Allowing a deep breath. And then allowing that breath to exhale. And I'm not going to tell you how you have to breathe, because we all breathe differently. Just breathe deeply in and deeply out at a pace that's comfortable for you. There is no right or wrong here. And as this is happening, if you feel tension in your body, have that beautiful breath of love. Just direct it to those areas of your body you're feeling tension. Letting that tension move. You might have to move your body. You may want to stretch a little bit. Whatever you need to do, just allowing that tension to leave your body. Just exhaling and inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. As this is happening, these beings of light who love you so much, who know exactly where you've been, what you've been through, where you need to go, where you are on your journey. They love you so much. This love is starting to weave into your essence. Every cell of your body right now is eager to heal. We are in a beautiful new energy where we are leaving the old energy behind, the old traumas, the sadness, and we are moving into a new world of love, compassion, health, love, joy, harmony, where we really care about our brothers and sisters because we're all one. It almost seems like that seems so hard to obtain, but it's not. It is allowing you to heal, allowing you to get to that place where you feel that love, where you feel that health, where you feel that inspiration and compassion. And right now, whatever's being done to you at this time is removing that resistance, removing that uncomfortable feelings, those negative thoughts, those pains in our bodies, and replacing them with God's love and light. And right now we're just going to allow our deep breaths and just allow this light to work on you in any areas you need. And as this beautiful healing continues, you can picture yourself in this beautiful liquid love bubble. It's warm, it's safe, it's comforting. Some of you might be feeling tingly, some of you are seeing colors, some of you have drifted off into the most beautiful place imaginable. There is no right or wrong. Whether you're feeling it or not feeling it, this energy is working on whatever you need at this time. And now we are going to ask this energy to fill our homes. Every room, every corner, every closet, weaving through every corner and room of our homes. And we are starting to ask and allow that energy that's no longer needed in our homes, that heavier energy. There might have been some anxiety or sadness or worry. We're releasing all that darker energy in our home, and we're replacing it with God's love and light. Everyone's home is going to feel lighter and brighter. Right now, our pets that are home are getting this beautiful energy. Anyone in our home has this energy available to them at this time. Whether you're watching this later, you're included, so not to worry if it's not being done in real time. Because when you're watching it, that's your real time. It's all good. And at this point, as this beautiful energy continues to do what it's doing, you can make any special intentions at this time. If you're concerned about someone who might not be feeling well, maybe it's a pet, maybe it's a person, maybe they're overseas, ask this energy, intend it to be made available to them at this time. You don't have to say why, it already knows. And again, we can make this energy available. It's up to their higher self to take it. And this energy tonight is so powerful. It's almost feeling now that dolphin and whale energies have now started to join in. There's that amplified energy here. It's beautiful. We are love beyond measure. And as this healing continues, we are going to start expanding this beautiful wave of light, this healing energy. And we're going to imagine it to start wrapping around, totally encompassing Mother Earth, weaving through the lands and the oceans and the atmosphere, being made available to all the marine life and animals in forests and jungles and all of humanity all over this beautiful earth. As this energy is being made available, hearts are opening. Peace is coming upon those who didn't think peace was possible. And again, we can only make this energy available. It's up to people's higher selves to take what they need at this time. But the fact that it's being made available as this beautiful wave, we're sending it to the darkest places on the earth and the lightest places on the earth, the saddest places on the earth and the happiest places on the earth. This light is shining so bright. It is touching the lives and hearts of so many. And as all this healing is happening, from ourselves to our family, our friends, our pets, our homes, and then expansion into Mother Earth and all of humanity, to the plants, to the animals, to the marine life, to the air. We are now sending out this energy even further out into the universe, the multiverse. And lately I love sending it back to these beings of light that are here protecting Earth and holding us in love. As this beautiful energy is weaving through, you might be feeling emotional as something from the past, something from the recent is breaking up and dissolving. Honor those feelings, allow them to come to the surface, to be transmuted and let go. They're no longer needed. We're clearing your chakras, balancing your meridian systems, cleansing your auric field. There's so much happening you don't have to understand, but we are asking for your bodies to accept this healing, for your innate smart body to kick into action, so your immunity is up to the highest level it's ever been. If there's anything foreign in your body, it is noticing it and dissolving it and replacing love and light. For some watching, they may have this miraculous healing, and that's because you're allowing it. This is a co-creation of healing. We're all in this together. Just allowing and enjoying this beautiful connection, this beautiful peace and calm. You're in the allowance state. You're deserving. is ready to be healed tonight come to the surface, whether it's seen or unseen, hidden on levels, step asides. It's all coming up to the surface for identification and healing. We're asking for a beautiful, strong healing so we can hold the light stronger for humanity. We're going back to unity. We say yes to the light. We say yes to the ascension process. We say yes to love. Love is the most powerful energy on earth. We are learning to love ourselves. We are learning self-respect and boundaries. We are learning how truly magnificent we are. If you're feeling lightheaded, not to worry. Once we're done, we'll come back. There's a lot of intense, beautiful, healing energy at this time. We're allowing our traumas to just melt away, our phobias to melt away, our worries and anxieties melting away. Anchoring this love to the core of our existence. We are thanking this light as it heals us at all levels. Every cell of our body is vibrating in excitement. Say, I deserve this healing. I am magnificent. I am important. I am loved. I matter. I am safe. This energy is weaving through your essence. healing as it goes. It's infusing every cell of your body with this beautiful healing light. Your body and your emotions will continue to healing for the next few days. Even when this meditation ends, the healing continues. Even that beautiful, encompassing white light that has now surrounded Mother Earth will stay there, doing whatever is required. We are all in this together. We are holding the light for those who can't. We are taking what we need, and we're being grateful and thankful for receiving it. I am ready to receive. I say yes to unity. There are waves of light coming back to us. It's amplified and powerful. Expect a huge shift of positive energy and change in your life. And when you start to notice these changes of positivity in your physical experience, be grateful, appreciate them, acknowledge them. You are a divine being of light. You are love beyond measure. Hold this light and shine it upon everyone you meet. It is your time to shine. Allowing a deep breath to anchor in this energy. Everyone is being placed into this beautiful liquid bubble of love that will be with you going forward. Whenever you want to remember this feeling, just ask. Ask and you shall receive. As that love of the universe, the love of God loves you so much. Although this meditation is coming to an end, this healing session is coming to an end, this love will stay with you, doing whatever is needed for your healing. If you wish to come back from meditation, you may do so. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and move your body. For those of you who would like to stay in the meditation, just hang up the call and baste in the love. But regardless, this energy will be with you for 4 to 5 days. Drinking lots of water, allowing the energy to do what it needs to do. Allow any toxins to leave your body as this light brings this healing. In just a minute, I'm going to bring out the singing bowl So for those who wish to stay for that, you're more than welcome. Some people find it a bit too intense, so you're just going to hang up the call before that comes up. I want to thank everyone for joining the call. It was beautiful. Very, very intense energy tonight. You can feel that love. I'm just going to bring out the bowl now. I'm going to slow down the music. Here we go. I'm going to bring the bowl. Everyone, beautiful session. Before I do the bowl, I just want to thank everyone who joined. That was intense. We're all in that together, so thank you. So although the singing bowl, the vibration, is using a vibration for healing, I use it actually to send an intention to help with the processing. Although it may not sound perfectly coming through, the intention is there. It works just the same. So just taking a deep breath. Beautiful. Thank you all for your kind words, and thank you all for the chat. So I'm seeing familiar faces from the regular calls on Zoom. So let me know if you like this better. It's a bit easier as you just link up, and you can always just watch the replay if you miss it. So that's kind of neat. I'm getting used to it on this end, so I can adjust to anything. I just talk to myself and say I can do it, because we can all do anything. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm buzzing from the energy. It was lovely. And that love that has been sent out and come back to us continues to radiate and work. So just stay in that allowance state. Allow that love. Allow it, because you deserve it. We all deserve it. We're all in this together. And as we heal, Mother Earth heals. So we're all in that together. So good night, everyone. Thank you again for joining. And I guess we'll talk soon. Thank you.